Okay, here we got the world's smallest Transformers, and that's exactly what they are, smallest Transformers. This was originally a Japanese-only release from Takara, so it was only available in Japan. And basically what these are very scaled-down versions of the original G1 toys. They do transform, and in fact they pretty much transform exactly the same as the full-size G1 versions of the toys. I think these are very cool. They're basically just a novelty a toy line if you want. If you have a regular full-size version of one of these figures, you really don't need these, but I think it's kind of cool to have one, especially considering that they do transform and they basically transform the same as the original versions. And they're pretty cool too. They got accessories and things that come with them. So yeah, they're a nice little thing to have. I would say go out and get them if you can. Anyways, let's go ahead and zoom in here a bit and we'll kind of look at them a little up close. You can see there you got Starscream there. There's Soundwave, and that's actually a cassette here. It's supposed to be Ravage, and it does actually transform. It's very small, so you're not going to get a lot of detail in it, but it still transforms nonetheless. Obviously, there's Optimus Prime. Over here we got Thrust. And if we pan back out, there's Megatron. So yeah, these are all the ones that I got. Again, there are other characters in the line, but these are the ones that I got, so that's the ones I'm going to be showing. So let's go ahead and move some of these out of the way, and we'll start with Starscream. And let's get a close-up look at him here. So it's basically Starscream. He's got his jet mode, pretty much the same as what you had on the Generation 1 version of him, the original version. He's got his little bombs or guns here. These don't come with the long, like null ray cannons or whatever it were. They have the shorter versions, which kind of makes sense considering these toys are small. It actually works a little better with the figure when it's transformed. The cool thing too is it does have landing gear here. This actually does fold up. So anyways, to transform them is pretty much just like the original version. I'm going to go ahead and take off the little gun pods there and flip down the feet. Now some of these joints do come off, but like the legs, they can just pop off right in here. Just pull it down. So sometimes when you're twisting these or moving them around, you might feel like they're going to break, but they actually just pop off. See, like, there you go. But they just pop back in. So you don't really have to worry too much about breaking it. Yeah, so let's go ahead and flip the wings up here. Actually, flip these around here. And flip that forward. Actually, you can just take these off and do it. Probably be easier. And flip those up. And that just pegs right back in. And then this is pretty much the same as the original again. You just pop this down. Actually, yeah, like that. It's kind of hard to get a grip on these sometimes. And see, there you go, the leg popped off. But let's go ahead and flip this nose out and push out the arms. Like so. These usually don't pop off too bad. I just haven't fiddled with it for a while, so I'm kind of making a mess out of it. And yeah, so that's basically Starscream there. And then the cannons can go back on his arms. Now, they actually do have the same style removable fists that were on like the G1 toys. You can see here, kind of really small to see, hard to see, but yeah. So these you just slide on the arms, and they do have a left and a right. So just slide those on there like you did the old original toy. A little hard to get those in sometimes. Oh, there you go. Somehow his head's not all the way lining up. There it goes. So yeah, and let's pan out a little bit. There you go. Here's Starscream in his robot mode. So yeah, pretty much the same level of articulation as the original toy, but just in a lot smaller version. And let's bring up here Optimus. He's the truck. And it does have a peg here, and I think they did release in Japan an actual small trailer that was in scale with this. I don't have it though. But anyways, you transform him pretty much the same as you did the original one. Just pull down the legs, pop up the feet, and swing out the little arms here. And then just flip up the head. And there's Optimus. And he does come with his little cannon. But since he's so small, it doesn't actually go into his fist. There's no hole. It just pegs onto the side of the arm here. Or slides over it. So yeah, he pretty much just holds the gun over his arm. But still, it's cool. Now then, let's bring up the next one will be Soundwave. This one's a really cool one. They actually put a lot of detail into this one. He's got the little cassette deck chest with little buttons and everything. One thing that does kind of suck is you can see his head there in his alt mode, but it doesn't actually rotate around. It just bends over or pops back. So yeah, you can't actually twist it around to hide it, but oh well. For something as small, it's a minor complaint. And the other cool thing is he actually has his battery compartment just like the original toy. And you gotta just pop it off here. You just slide it out like the original. And he's got the two little batteries, which obviously are going to end up being his cannons. And they're very small. And I think one of them actually does extend. I'm not certain. Actually, I don't think they do. And this Optimus Prime's wobbling. He's a little prone to wobble in there. Yeah, these don't actually extend, but oh well, that's a minor complaint. So anyways, let's pop this cover back onto Soundwave. Just snaps back in. And transform again just like the G1 version. Just flip down his legs, rotate them around. And you could tell these here are on little ball joints, so yeah, they could just pop off on you. And then just flip the arms forward and pop up the head. And like I was saying, this doesn't rotate. It just flips up and down on a straight hinge. The elbows do bend, and the shoulders rotate around. Pretty much the same articulation. The only thing here is the feet. These are a little hard to get into unless you got some like really narrow and long fingernails. So I'm going to go ahead and cheat and just use a little pocket knife here to pop them out. Let's see if I can get this out here. They're kind of hard to get into, so I just use a pair of tweezers or a little small pocket knife or something. Probably not want to use the knife because it does kind of maybe want to scratch off some of the paint there. So yeah, not something you're going to want to transform a whole lot. But he does have a little peg in here for his little shoulder cannon, so you could put one here on his shoulder. And then the other one, he does actually have holes in his fist, unlike Optimus Prime. So you can insert his little cannons into his hands. Just like so. I can see it there. Where's it at? There it is. Yeah, so there you go. There's Soundwave. And then he does have Ravage, which is right here. It's really hard to kind of see there. But yeah, he is the cassette, and he does transform Kind of see right there's the head. Let's see, here's the tail, I think. Yeah, here's his back leg. And the front legs, I'm not sure where the hell those are. Unless, oh no, that is the head. Oops. And see, there it goes, it just popped off. Let's see, how did I do that? Like that. Yeah, actually, okay, yeah, there it is. So it's just like a little basic outline of the dog or whatever. There is no actual tail to it, it doesn't look like. But yeah, so it's just a real kind of rinky-dink thing there, but yeah. Okay, then we'll do thrust. Again, he's basically the same as Starscream, so same basic transformation. Just pop off his guns, flip in his landing gear, his feet. Just flip his wings off here and just rotate those over. Oh, this guy actually came off the hinge, or off the little joint there. Yep. These are fragile, so they can pop off. Let's see here, where does this go at? Hold on just a second.